Matt Lauer of the Today Show was canned after complaints of inappropriate sexual behavior. Matt Lauer fired from NBC News on Wednesday after an employee filed a complaint about inappropriate sexual behavior in the workplace, the network announced. Savannah Guthrie made the announcement at the top of the Today Show. "We are devastated. The Today Show is one of the most popular and most profitable franchises on American television. Lauer was the cornerstone of the program for 2 decades, so his sudden ouster comes as a shock to viewers, but not as a complete surprise to his Today Show colleagues." Not as a complete surprise to his Day Show colleagues. Hold on. This is interesting. Hold on.
Look, man, I ain't falling for no banana in my tailpipe.
Oh, it says they knew. His colleagues knew that news entities were investigating Lauer's off-camera conduct. Oh, no. Who knew this was going on? I had no idea. All right, so you mean to tell me I'm surprised, you may be surprised, but the people that work with him weren't surprised? Why? Because he was doing the thing that he's being accused of doing? NBC News Chairman Andrew Lack said in an early morning memo to staff that the complaint was filed on Monday night. We go Wednesday, he's already out the door. There must have been a lot to it. But he also said we were also presented with reason to believe this was not an isolated incident. This was the same statement that the ladies read on the air this morning. And I was thinking, wow, this is not an isolated incident. Meaning he's done this before. He's done this with other people, meaning there were probably multiple accusers. There has to be more to it. If you say it's not isolated, does that mean that one woman, or is it not just one time that he harasses one woman? So this is what I'm kind of concerned about. What do you think, guys? I think that's kind of telling. Right? I feel it in my bones. Listen to this. It says, indeed, Lack and the NBC News executives have known for weeks that damaging stories could be coming out soon. They knew this for weeks. Now, I'm gonna take a pause from Matt Lauer just for a minute because there's something I want you guys to know. I want you to know this because it's something that I looked up today that I was totally unaware of, and I don't know if I can bring the screen in on this, but there is a New York Times article. There's a New York Times article that is very interesting. It highlights 34 accusers. 34 accusers. And it's in a chronological now. The last date, last update was November 21st. So, today's the 29th? So this is a week behind. But I'm looking at all these men, and I'm noticing something that's very similar about all these men. Right? Something is a running thread with all these men. There's a couple things. One of these things is that these men are all powerful men. These are all powerful. They're also all white guys. These are all older white guys who have power to certain degrees, varying degrees of power, but all powerful in their own right. So I think that's very interesting, and I want you to keep that in the back of your head because we're going to come back later before I wrap this segment. Because there's a point to that. I'm not just saying that to be divisive. I'm saying it, first of all, not to be divisive, but because it is a fact. And I'm saying it because there's grounds for what I'm going to close with. Now, Lauer was not immediately reachable for comment by CNN or NBC News spokesman. They declined to comment beyond the information in Lack's memo. Lauer was informed of the network's decision late Tuesday night before he went to bed, according to a source with knowledge of the situation. And Guthrie, his co-host for the past 5 years, was told overnight. We were both woken up with the news kind of pre-dawn, Guthrie's co-host Oda said, and we were trying to process it and get the meaning of it, and it will take some time for that. Lauer is the latest high-figure man in the media to be brought down by allegations of inappropriate sexual behavior. Then they go into listing all the other people who have been brought down, all the other people who have been fired, resigned, or put on absence or whatever, leave of absence, what have you. Okay, here's the thing, all right? Now, can I lean in a little bit? Can we lean in? All right, check this out, guys. There are a lot of men out there who are complaining about this recent rash of people being outed for sexual allegations, sexual misconduct allegations that have been proliferating across the internet and hitting various high-figure people. Here's the thing, guys. Yes, I want to go on the record. I want to make this clear. False accusations, they should be sued until, sued into oblivion. You need to be sued to the point where your red bottom shoes no longer are your red bottoms. The shoes should be given everything. You should lose it all if you are making false allegations that ruin someone's career, ruin someone's life, ruin someone's marriage. Okay, that is not what we're talking about here, okay? So, yes, you should have to produce evidence, and I believe that if you are accused of something, you should have to, the accuser, you at least should know who the accuser is, okay? When I get these unnamed, no-named allegations from people, this source, this woman says, and I don't even know who this person is, okay, if you come forward, and I encourage all people to come forward, we should all come forward, but the name should be known. Like, we should know who's making the allegations. And if I don't get to know, it's not because I'm nosy. It's just that I believe that if you can make these allegations, you should go on the record. You should go on the record. I believe that. Okay? All right? So anybody should be able to face their accuser. I don't care who it is. If you say someone stole out of the store, the store should be able to say anonymously. You don't get to know which store said you stole. Who said I stole? You stole out the store. What store did you say I stole out of? At least tell me the store name. Tell me the branch name. Give me something. Give me something to go on. So I think that men should be given that same level of equal treatment. Okay. That's just respect. That's just human nature. That's how our justice system should be built, okay, and that's how it should function. The other thing is this. This is elite bullshit, okay? If you are working stiff, like I was a working stiff, I had a job, had to punch it. I remember doing my time sheet. When you are working stiff, stop acting as if this pertains to you, okay? Working stiffs have been getting fired for sexual harassment forever. This is not a new thing. It's not a new thing at all. If you work 9 to 5, you had to sit through. I remember, Brother Tim Black got a few years under his belt. He got a little bit of road on his tires. You know what I'm saying? A little mileage on his tires, a few miles on his odometer. Okay, so I remember when we had to sit through sexual harassment training in the workplace. I remember the 90s. Okay, the Mad Men shit has been gone for a very long time. Us working stiffs had to deal with it back in the 90s. A friend of mine got fired for just telling a woman that she looked nice today. Okay? Now, I don't know how he said it because I wasn't there when he said it. Here's the thing. Working stiff guys, stop worrying about this. You want to fight this battle. You want to jump into it because Charlie Rose, because Al Franken, because Kevin Spacey, because John Conyers. These are all powerful people. All these people are very powerful people. It's time for the elites to have to deal with life the same way we have to deal with life. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's time. It's past due. It's overdue. You know how many guys have lost jobs at plants because they said the wrong thing and the woman went to the human resource department and HR called him into the office and then he was put on leave and then they let him go because they didn't even want to deal with it? Do you know how often that happens? This is not rare. We're not seeing a yellow elephant. This is regular stuff. It happens to people like you all the time. If you are an hourly employee, then you know what I say is true. I've worked in every collar there is. I've worked in blue collar, white collar, purple collar. I've worked in every collar that there is imaginable. This is not a new thing. So, gentlemen, please stop pretending. Stop taking up arms on an issue that no one fought for you. No one fought for you if you got fired from Maytag or Walmart. No one's going to fight for you. You're not going to make the news. You know how many men, regular working stiff men, get fired for this? No fanfare, no nothing. So miss me with the taking up for these guys as if now it's going to affect you. No, if it hasn't affected you up to this point, just keep your nose clean. Keep your hands to yourself. Keep your comments to yourself. This notion that, that this is now, this wave is coming. No, this wave has finally reached up. See, the trickle down, this is the trickle up. This is trickle up economics. A lot of my people in my conservative people who vote for these tax plans to think trickle down economics. Well, this is trickle up, sexual misconduct, Grim Reaper coming for them. Okay? That's what's happening here. And excuse me if I fail to have a lot of sympathy for rich, powerful people finally getting treated like poor people have been treated forever. All right? How working class people have been treated forever. All right? At least for the last 30 years, last 20 years, 30 years, almost 30 years. So miss me with that. All right? So And if you look, and I can tell you, I looked at this list, and this is the reason why this page is so important, but I don't see working class people or black people or Latino people or a bunch of Asian guys. I see a bunch of rich white guys on this list. That's because they already fired all the black guys, man. They already fired all the poor working white guys. We already got fired. They're not on the list. You're not going to make the list. Okay, so though I'm looking at Louis C.K., I'm looking at, who's this guy? Benjamin. I don't even know this guy. Benjamin Janashi worked with executive director at the Armory Show Art Fair. He got fired. He got replaced. We got Jeffrey Tambor, actor. I didn't even know this guy was accused. Like, there are people under the radar who have been swept up in this, who are all very successful, very, very popular, rich people who are well-to-do, who are not going to be on the bread line, who are not going to be wondering if they're going to have a place to live tomorrow or next month, if they're going to be able to make the bills or if their car's going to get repossessed because they're out of a freaking job. No, that's us. That's us working people, okay? So let's and I could go down this list. It's a long list. I'm going to put this list, all right? I'm going to put this list, the link to this, in the description box below, because I want people to chill out, man, and stop caping for these rich white guys, man. These guys ain't caping for you. You think they cared if you lost your job at the mall because some woman said you grabbed their butt? No, they wouldn't care. They would not be in comment sections acting like this is, now we in trouble. No, we already been in trouble. We already been in trouble. Have I made my point yet? Tired of it, man. Tired of it. These corporations are firing these men not because I don't even think they really care about these women. What they care about is liability. They do not want liability. They have lawyers on staff who do not want them to be liable for the actions of their employees, or with their contracts, or if you're bad for publicity, or if you're bad for the brand. This is why these people been let go. Come on, Matt Lauer. Look, this guy, for instance, Matt Lauer, $7 million. How much? 10 million, 15 million. This guy flies in a helicopter to work. Uli, what does he do? Take a helicopter to work? Why are we crying about this guy? This guy is fine. He don't have to work for the next 4 years if he don't want to anyway. He could just write a book about how he's been wronged, and all his elite friends will go out and buy it. That's what will happen. That's what will happen. No one's going to, you can write a book, no one's going to buy, I lost my job at the plant. They said I can't come back to the plant. No one's buying that book, man. No one's going to care. So I just think we need to really chill out. We need to stop. Look, it's a new day, okay? Okay? It's time. It's been past time. Man, it's past time, okay? Of course there will be false allegations, okay? But that is a small percentage compared to the actual, real, factual allegations. People have been getting away with murder for a very long time. Sexual misconduct is a problem, okay? And people need to learn, keep their damn hands to themselves. I don't know how these people stay. Look, I don't know how they stay in these jobs by conducting themselves in the way that I've been seeing. There's one man on this list who's been accused of rape twice. So anyway, that's all I got for you. It's crazy. I hope that we can come to an understanding. I'm on your side, but come on, be on your side. Don't be like these people who vote for horrible tax plans that don't benefit them, that give cuts to the top 1%, that crushes people under $75,000 and you make 60. Like, stop fighting for that tax plan. If that tax plan don't help you, don't fight for it. I feel the same way about this latest wave of sexual allegations. What are you yelling about? This is for the people on top who have been getting away with it, been doing it unmitigated, unhampered, unobstructed misconduct for decades. Like this guy Harvey Weinstein, unchallenged, unchecked power for decades, and now you're upset. Like Harvey Weinstein would not have a beer with you. Come on, don't give me this. These are not regular. These are not. All right. You can see I'm passionate about this. As I see people in my comment section, I see them. They're going crazy. Don't sell out. Don't sell out. You caping for women, dude. No, listen. And then all you guys out there, look, it's not about caping. Look, if you got a wife, a mother, a sister, a daughter, come on. You don't want to treat her like that. Come on. You know you don't.